Hello everyone and now welcome to a game between HawK versus Sheik. This game taking place here on Rusty Creek 1.1. Sheik spawning as the yellow undead player over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, HawK has spawned as the blue human player over here at what I'll call the 3 o'clock position. Rusty Creek, a map that I showcased or reviewed yesterday, and we'll see what new strategies, new creeping patterns, and what new things will be introduced. Human versus undead, classic matchups. We'll see if we're looking at that classic Archmage versus Death Knight, or if we'll be well privileged to another different type of opening. It looks as though the Altar of Darkness is going to be going for a Lich first this time around, a little bit delayed. Meanwhile, we are looking at an Archmage coming in from HawK. So this is, in fact, well, a battle of the brains here, with two intellect-based heroes, Lich versus Archmage. Lich early on does cause a number of problems, both for and against him. Lich early on is a relatively weak glass hero, able to deal a lot of damage, and is very, very mana intensive. So I am expecting Frost Nova followed by Dark Ritual. However, any damage that sticks to the Lich, which is often a lot, is going to be difficult to mitigate without the help of a Death Knight as that healing hero here. Lich already out onto the battlefield, going to quickly sell the Scroll of Town Portal, pick up a Rod of Necromancy and a Sacrificial Skull to be able to create some Blight. Hello, Dustwallow Dweller, how are you doing? Things are already moving along our merry way as the Lich is now making its way across here, perhaps trying to set up a fast expansion. Fast expansion with a Lich first. Interesting call as we see an unsummoning of that Altar of Darkness. Archmage of HawK wanting to capitalize on this, knowing that, well, if Sheik even tries or even loses the Lich, that Lich is going to be forced to be resurrected back at the tavern, making it that much easier to take down. We are looking at that Ziggurat already about 1/3 of the way completed. However, the Archmage now coming along, going to be dropping in some water elementals. There's a Nerubian Tower. Acolytes, additional Acolytes do need to be trained up. One Acolyte just standing on Blight, not even trying to engage here as a Footman. A couple of Footmen are looking to fight here. Archmage does get up to level 2. That means more water elementals will be inbound as we are waiting for the Lich to make its way back to the party. As Acolytes are getting taken down, there goes one low hit point Footman there. Are we going to see the death of a Footman? Oh, deny of a Footman there, as we are looking at the Lich now back out into the battlefield, looking to shut down some of this harassment before it gets too out of hand. Additional Acolytes are being trained. Ghouls are trying to just get to work. There's a big Frost Nova right there and a little bit of damage there. Level 2 now on that Lich. Dark Ritual is going to be opening things up. Two Water Elementals are simply just going to be ignored as the Ghoul wants to just get away. One Water Elemental should already be coming to an end. This Water Elemental just sliding and shifting all the way back all over the place here as the Ghouls just want to try and get away. Down to 36 hit points. It is back away. Meanwhile, back across at the expansion location, Sheik quickly using a Frost Nova after a Dark Ritual to try and defend this location here. A little bit of defense from that Nerubian Tower causing a bit of problems. Are we going to see one death of a Footman here? One or two more shots should be able to take it down. No, there's a deny. Archmage at 2.5. Meanwhile, Lich is a little bit further behind as this Acolyte, well, tries to stay on a Blight, gonna wander closer towards that Nerubian Tower and will pretty much end up getting taken down now. All right, one final shot off there. Archmage or Lich gets a little bit of bonus experience as both sides going back now to their respective corners. Any thoughts about it? About the map, like the new creeping styles. I like that the starting location isn't this crazy high level creep camp that can be easily cleared out even with a single level hero. It does open up for different styles of play. I know a lot of other casters and players don't really like fast expansions first straight out of the gate, saying that it makes the game a little bit dull. But on the flip side, not having that expansion as an option at all also makes for a little bit of a dull game. Can you turn sound effects off a little? All right. Think louder? Okay, I can do that. Hold on, let me see. Options, sound effects. All right. How's that? All right. Save it. Return the game. All right. Let me know if that is good enough for you guys. Archmage with dual Cloak of Shadows, perhaps trying to hide from someone else. Meanwhile, Lich is already at level 3 and has a decent amount of mana, picking up a Mantle of Intelligence and that Circlet of Nobility. Coming back around, Archmage, most likely at 17, not in multiples of 5s. All right. Coming back through, Archmage now sitting at level 3, level 2 water elementals coming through here. Lich, Staff of Teleportation, gonna go ahead and head back home. We are still only at Necropolis, does not have anything else off over here. No graveyard, nothing, as the Lich may try and move out with a new group of ghouls. All right, this is one of the strategies or how Sheik is handling the hit point problems. By rotating the ghouls that he is creeping with, he is making sure that those that are lower on hit points or were lower on hit points are now on Blight to regenerate some hit points, while the ones that were currently working also get their time on an away mission as well. Archmage making its through Cloak of Shadows, Potion of Replenishment. Here we are, Graveyard being thrown down to be summoned, only to see it be cancelled here in just a moment. And HawK, his timing is going to be absolutely spot on. One Nerubian Tower here. Lich now needs to come in from the north. Mountain King has a Stormbolt first. Opts to throw a Stormbolt instead of anything else. Going to try and finish off some of these acolytes as they are mining. Meanwhile, Mountain King being forced to back up here. Lich trying to throw down a couple of quick attacks. There's a Frost Nova, and we should see the death of a Rifleman right there. All right, Rifleman down. Lich down 95 mana, trying to back away here. Necropolis is teching to the tier 2, so we are not going to see any training of any additional acolytes here, which would have been a problem if Sheik had actually lost an acolyte. Lich currently sitting at level 3, needs to summon up that graveyard once more. Necropolis about halfway done, and we also need to see that Altar of Darkness trying to be resummoned. Skeletal Minion could have hung back, tried to cause a little bit of interference, as HawK loses pretty much all of his, or lost a lot of his footmen in that earlier engagement, and now HawK is transitioning into Rifle Priests. Lich sitting at level 4, attempting to finish off this creep camp there. Ring of Protection +3. Easy pickup there once more, as we should see that Lich get to level 4 there, and now having level 2 Dark Ritual could be going after even more Frost Novas, as you see that Lich already up to 250 mana, and that is just going to continue to get higher and higher. Now, without the Altar of Darkness, could we see a Tavern hero as that second hero? Lich now still wandering around here. There's the Berserker Wildkin there, now trying to make its way back. We could see a potential Creepjack, and HawK, is he ready for this? Mountain King could try and throw down a Thunderclap, slowing down a handful of ghouls, as the Lich now transitions back over to those priests. The priest, however, decent amount of hit points, especially when not being targeted by piercing damage, as Riflemen are starting to get taken down. There goes another Rifleman there. All right, more Dark Ritual coming back across. Lich has enough mana for another Frost Nova. Meanwhile, Ghoul trying to run away, not going to get very far, finds himself on the blunt end of a Storm Hammer. All right, coming back across here, Lich now making their way. Crota could be the new Pog champ face. Lich now making its way back down across to the bottom left. We see the Death Knight is getting trained up. Halls of the Dead, and now teching to Black Citadel, as the Lich using a little bit of invisibility to perhaps, well, going after some of those units. There goes a big Frost Nova trying to go after that priest. Big Stormbolt, but shaken off by a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. One priest denied, another priest denied by the creeps. Lich was hoping to be able to get in some damage, was able to deal the damage, but wasn't rewarded by the experience, as the Lich is still off to the side here. Water Elemental being summoned up. We have a potential surround, but without access to actual mana, that no chance of Frost Nova-ing that Enraged Wildkin to be able to get that last bit of experience. All right, Lich continuing to use those Frost Novas, racking up damage here, but many of the kills are being finished off by the Forest Troll High Priest, and by doing so, that Lich is still staying at 4.5, while that Mountain King now going to get up to level 3 with level 2 Stormbolt causing quite a bit of problems. Lich down to 200, down to 146, Thunderclap, and that is going to be the death of a Lich right there. The Death Knight shows up just in time to see his Lich, well, disappear into nothing. All right. a triple creep deny there, and also death of a Lich. The timing on that Mountain King being able to get level 2 Stormbolt was absolutely clutch for HawK. And well, that level 2 Stormbolt dealing enough damage before the Lich was able to shake it off. All right, we are now looking at Sheik trying to go into Temple of the Damned, perhaps get some Necromancers out onto the battlefield. Lich was resurrected back at the tavern, but, well, a tavern resurrection often means that the Lich is very, very low on mana, trying to use that Rod of Necromancy, and then, well, using that Dark Ritual to get some more mana back. Lich ready to make its way back out onto the battlefield, and here we are onto the battlefield here. Obsidian Statue taking quite a bit of damage, Focus Fire down, and destroyed those level 2 Water Elementals, making short work of that. Lich now trying to wander its way back through. Big Thunderclap across by the Mountain King in order to prevent these ghouls from easily getting away. Another Frost Nova going down, and, well, battling back and forth. All right, there goes another Rifleman there as the Lich now needs to retreat back. Are we going to see a Stormbolt? No, we are not. Mountain King does have enough mana for a Stormbolt, but the Death Knight nearby with plenty of mana for Death Coil. HawK continuing to put in pressure on Sheik's main base here. Rifleman about to take down the Slaughterhouse before a new Obsidian Statue is able to make its way back out onto the battlefield, and there it goes down. Looking back at the other base here, we are looking at a Temple of the Damned, no Slaughterhouse as of yet, and is Sheik going to be able to hold on to this position? That is the question. We do have an Orb of Corruption on that Lich, and now we are looking at Death Coils, Rod of Necromancy, just trying to make our way through as the Lich is trying to chain through as many Rod of Necromancies and Skeletal Minions to continue to blast away with those Frost Novas. Level 4, level 1, Lich using that Rod of Necromancy against that graveyard to get some Skeletal Minions out onto the battlefield, only for that Dark Ritual ability, as that Lich is still currently low on mana here. Alright, a little bit of damage going back down onto that Water Elemental. Water Elemental could easily get taken down. Is it going to get denied? No, not denied. Lich able to get that final blow there. More negative armor onto that Water Elemental. Crypt Fiends are now out here onto the battlefield as well, as we're looking at a couple of Acolytes also falling. Archmage still sitting at 4 here. Lich trying to break free. Mountain King, well, holding that Lich at bay, as the Riflemen are now starting to shoot down some of the Acolytes here. Little bit of damage coming back across. Are we going to see a little bit more experience? Lich gets a little bit more experience. Death Knight still sitting at level 1, as the Lich has 375 mana, or will have 375 mana, and have plenty of mana for those Frost Novas. HawK sitting at 48 over 48 supply, setting up an expansion of his own, expanding towards his opponent. Mountain King getting very close to level 4. Meanwhile, the Archmage getting very close to level 5. HawK with level 2 Thunderclap around the corner here, and 1-0 upgrades on those priests. We are still sitting at a keep here. Meanwhile, Sheik using this opportunity and this break in the action to try and clear out a creep camp, perhaps get up to level 5 on the Lich, but no, the break in the action's a bit short, as HawK shows back up ready with the Mountain King, Archmage, Rifleman, and those priests once more ready to just push in with a lot of pressure. All right. Lich wanting to come back around, perhaps getting some big Frost Novas onto those priests, the glue that is holding that army together. Also, Water Elemental trying to make their way there, I believe. Yeah, one priest quickly taken down, as we're going to be looking at a bit of an engagement. All right, we are also looking at Command Aura, so we can see that the Cobalt Taskmaster is giving Command Aura a little bit of a damage bonus to some of these units. Plus 14 damage indeed, as the Lich is now trying to chase after those Riflemen and those other units here. A little bit more healing could be getting underway, and now HawK is actually in a really strange spot, being caught between two undead bases, and now we are looking at some additional units about to make their way out onto the battlefield. Archmage says, what's going on over here? Spots that the Slaughterhouse is trying to train up some units and attempting to take down the Nerubian Tower before the undead army gets over here. Acolytes quickly coming back over, going to go ahead and start doing a bit of healing, but one Mountain King Stormbolt finishes off one unit there. All right, continued engagement. Lich looking to back away. Are we going to see any Frost Novas go down onto those Riflemen? Yes, we are run one big Frost Nova there, as HawK now being forced to retreat back with those units again. All right, low hit point Acolytes, or, well, Water Elementals right there. That Obsidian Statue is a primary target to try and get taken down here, as the Water Elementals now making their way over. Death Knight now going to try to dive on in. Death Knight could be in a little bit of trouble. There goes a big bit of damage as the Mountain King tries to finish off the Death Knight. Death Knight down to 165 hit points. Mountain King trying to shake through the woods. Lich going back the other way as a Quick Fiend now at the wrong end of a Stormhammer. Mountain King now gets up to level 4 as the Obsidian statue is just separated away from the Death Knight and the Lich, preventing that Death Knight from being healed easily. Scroll of Town Portal could be used to try and get closer to that Obsidian statue, just trying to get repositioned as the Archmage now gets up to level 5. Death Knight does have access to a potion of healing. Both sides looking to engage. Mountain King sitting at 4, Archmage sitting at 5, looking to put pressure onto that Lich. Lich wants to get up to level 5 as well for that level 3 Frost Nova, and perhaps that will be enough to start putting down pressure and start picking away at those priests and other units. Alright, 1 Spirit Tower added in addition to the Nerubian Tower. Obsidian statue actually joining in on that battle, but didn't get the killing blow, therefore no experience on that Lich. Alright, big damage onto one, well, it's completely suspecting Priest. Priest is going to get taken down. That is level 5 now on that Lich, opening up level 3 Frost Nova, and this could be the turning point that Sheik is looking for. Suddenly, those priests have to be aware level 3 Frost Nova deals significantly more damage, and it is much more difficult to try and recover and heal back up after taking that level 3 Frost Nova. Also, level 2 on the Death Knight, opening up Unholy Aura for slightly faster movement speed. Death Knight now in trouble, taking a big bit of damage. Are we going to see a Scroll of Town Portal? Yes, Scroll of Town Portal to try and stay alive. Thunderclap there. Are we going to see a dead priest? Yes, we are repositioning all the units. Death Knight still gets a Stormbolt and still gets taken down as he was unable to buy a potion of healing. Lich now by its lonesome self. No easy way to resurrect that Death Knight any longer. I don't even see the Altar of Darkness down here as the Lich may be forced to try and back up and retreat. HawK continuing to fire a bit of rounds here as the Lich should be able to get in a decent number of Frost Novas to start picking away at some of these riflemen. Lich is by itself still trying to fight off against all of these units. A little bit of healing getting underway as another priest or another rifleman could end up getting taken out. More units trying to retreat back. Lich is still continuing to fight its way through, down to 149. Well, 2 more shots, 1 more shot should finish it off. It gets taken down as well. Lich is at 5.5, trying to make up some little bit of that experience lead. Mountain King trying to retreat back, and it is gonna, well, continue to fall as a priest gets taken down as well, with a little bit of collateral damage onto that Mountain King. Back off to the north. Yeah, there is no Altar of Darkness. Sheik had unsummoned it again. That Death Knight needs to be resurrected, and it will take some time. Obsidian statues now working alongside, also having the Necromancer nearby as well. Acolytes are aplenty as the Lich, well, hoping to get more units to fight alongside him. The second base of HawK equalizing the economic advantage as HawK is now going to tier 3 for perhaps a third and final hero in that Paladin. Now, the problem with HawK's army, even though it is larger, is that it doesn't deal damage against buildings easily. However, with that said, the mortar teams often just get blasted down by that Lich far too quickly. The mortar teams are the only biological a siege unit, making the Lich an absolutely deadly counter against the one thing that the Archmage and well, HawK needs in order to take down these buildings here. Alright, Necromancer trying to retreat back. We are looking at perhaps a little bit of a pop-up army here as well. Necromancer down to 105 hit points, still able to do a little bit of magic damage here as we are looking at all of the units try to retreat back. One Obsidian statue down to 51 hit points. It's easily getting, no, does not get taken down as that Obsidian statue is still alive at 6 hit points. Lich could be in a little bit of trouble, down to 197 hit points as it absorbs some damage as well. Lich continuing to stay alive. There is a Stormbolt right there. Obsidian statue trying to provide hit points and mana to that Lich as we see the counter attack back there. Big Frost Nova across multiple units. Death Knight now going to be leading the charge here, perhaps getting a big Death Coil back onto that Lich as well. Lich does have level 3 Dark Ritual, mind you, so any of the units being sacrificed are going to be able to heal or give a lot of mana to that Lich. Lich looking for perhaps a Dark Ritual there, unable to get it. There's the Dark Ritual, now able to throw down 1 if not 2 more Frost Novas. continuing this pressure here. That low hit point Destroyer now going into the air, takes a death coil, gets healed back up a little bit, and now trying to absorb a bit of that damage as well. Destroyer down to 128 hit points. Rifleman able to easily perhaps try and finish those units off, as the Destroyer needs to continually be healed, as the Lich is trying to follow up, perhaps get a little bit more mana for another Frost Nova. Indeed, there goes a death coil, or sorry, not death coil, Stormbolt onto the Lich. Now Death Knight should be able to get off a death coil ear. There's some more Frost Nova, as the Death Knight still looking strong. Lich with level 3 Dark Ritual, pretty much able to continually get in more and more Frost Novas, especially against all of those tightly grouped units. Again, there goes another Sorceress. All right, Lich is looking for another easy target here. Mountain King has plenty of mana, but knows that a level 3 Stormbolt still not going to be enough to really put pressure, as we see another Frost Nova quick burst round right there. And, well, Sheik with the larger army now able to get back into this game. That level 6 Lich just really starting to spell a lot of problems. All right, a beautiful hold by Sheik. And, well, the fact that HawK had no way to really deal damage to the buildings means that even though there was a long time spent trying to destroy this undead base, not much was lost. Lich still wandering around here. Death Knight sitting at level 2. We could be doing a little bit of additional creeping boulder to the head for that Lich, as the Lich now looks to back away. Lich is going to go ahead and staff with teleportation back. Oh no, going to go ahead and cancel. Try and walk back. There's a Death Coil trying to finish off some of these units. Sobi Mask onto the, and maybe going to the Death Knight, trying to pick up all of those items. There's that Sobi Mask. Meanwhile, the human army of HawK maybe trying to put in pressure onto the Black Citadel here. Getting some big experience. Death Knight getting up to level 3 is exactly what the doctor ordered, but there is a Scroll of Town Portal ready for Sheik to try and land back down. Plenty of riflemen with delicious inner fire for that Destroyer to try and devour. There we are going to go in. Well, nope, no Devour Magic. There you go. Finally getting a Devour Magic off and getting a bit of mana. Crypt Fiend does need a back up here. Death Knight, is he going to try to go and get a Death Coil? No, not going to even bother. No, there he goes. Finally gets the Death Coil on the Crypt Fiend, perhaps waiting for that Orb of Fire debuff from the Archmage to dissipate. We are now also looking at Unholy Frenzy on that Lich. Lich coming in with some big damage. Death Knight still seeing that level 3, the Black Citadel finishing off that level 3 Water Elemental. Coming back through, we are looking at a new base by HawK being built right in the center here. That is a rather gutsy move, as there is not much more mining left in the main bases. Sheik had to pull a number of acolytes off of the main base earlier on, hence the main base of HawK is already gone with a minute of mining left for Sheik still. It is still 2 bases to 1 right, or it is still 1 base to 1 right now, but soon will be 2 as HawK gets this expansion up and running. Lich now doing a little bit of a chase here, up to 420 mana. That is a large amount of mana to have indeed, and should be able to continually blast those Frost Novas. Rod of Necromancy, well, there goes another unit right there, as the actual first expansion going to be under a bit of duress. HawK does have dual arcane towers here, but the Lich pretty much says, I don't really care. I can lose a bunch of mana and still be okay. Archmage comes in from the other side here and says, you know what? I'm going to tech from Water Elementals to Blizzard, causing big AoE damage against many of those Crypt Fiends. However, more damage done to HawK's base here, as we also see this expansion is now up and operational. Well, an obsidian statue actually finding that base right there, and this is going to be a bit of a problem, as the acolytes are now trying to make their way back over. They're not going to be able to start mining from this base, as there is a peasant constantly inside that gold mine, unable to hunt that gold mine while peasants are currently working hard. Coming back around, more Blizzard now raining down this tech change to Blizzard to try and finish off units, but the Death Knight now at level 2, coupled with the Lich's level 3 Frost Nova, able to deal some very big damage indeed. Well, Blizzard not finishing off that last burrowed Crypt Fiend. Units continuing to retreat back here. Are we seeing the acolytes, ghouls trying to fight back here at this expansion location? Mining still underway here, as we're getting into a little bit of a pincer play by Sheik. Sheik now being forced to break off from the engagement. Mountain King unable to get in any additional big thunderclaps there, as we are looking at big Frost Nova starting to pick away at all of the other units. All right, big damage coming back across. Paladin Mountain King. All of these units going to try and engage. There's a massive thunderclap across the majority of Sheik's army as the Archmage gets up to level 6. Archmage could be in trouble though, taking quite a bit of damage. Needs a Holy Light to try and stay alive. Archmage is at level 6, does have access to mass teleport. There's raining down Blizzard, and the Death Knight is actually standing within that Blizzard, taking quite a bit of damage. All right, Crypt trying to retreat back. 56 supply compared to 52. Who is racking up more damage? That is the question as the Death Knight finds a target and able to get off a Death Coil. Sheik gonna end up losing one Abomination there. Level 2 now on the Paladin. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could end up getting taken down. No, able to shake off that last bit of damage. Not enough mana on the Mountain King to follow up. Death Knight still holding its damage there as the Lich gets in a last Frost Nova to try and finish things off. Archmage is sitting at level 6, does have access. Well, what is this? Abomination joining back in onto the battlefield, and it's going to be able to get in some damage onto this expansion that's just trying to mine away. Right. During this time, though, Lich continuing to use that Dark Ritual, get in some major bits of mana. There's another Blizzard right there. That damage does rack up over time. We're going to see one Burrowed Crypt Fiend get taken down there. Stormbolt onto an Abomination. Archmage is going to stay at level 6. Mountain King going to stay at level 5. Paladin staying at level 2 as they just all recently leveled up. Coming back down across, Sheik could have easily left behind one Abomination here to try and put pressure and then shut down this expansion mining, and then it would just be a 1-0 or 1-1 situation. But the main or the primary base of Sheik now only has about another minute and a half of mining as well. This game is still anyone's game to win or lose. Archmage now makes a play here as we see a little bit more damage. A big Frost Nova trying to take down some more units again and again. Paladin now trying to make its way back over. All right, we see another Burrowed Crypt Fiend, but every time there is a Burrowed Crypt Fiend, that Blizzard, it just rains down on that position and deals quite a bit of damage still. Both sides exchanging blows as another Crypt Fiend and Rifleman get taken out. All right, yeah, there is so many places where the players could try and expand. We are looking at a hold on by the Arcane Vault right here. Holy Light, Lich continuing to blast away. And as the hero levels get higher and higher, the problem is that, well, the Riflemen and all the other units out on the battlefield, their hit points are stationary from the beginning portion of the game to even now. So level 3 Frost Nova, level 3 Death Coil really just starts to instantaneously destroy those units in no time flat. Mountain King unable to get off a decent Stormbolt or Thunderclap, trying to keep all of those units within range as a big Frost Nova Death Coil take down the Paladin at level 2. No easy heals any longer. Mountain King comes across with a big thunderclap here. Crypt Fiends are trying to back away. A little bit of additional damage as the Priests are now forced to retreat into the back as well. Archmage could try and go for another round of Blizzard. Yes, there's a little bit more Blizzard. Level 6 now on the Mountain King. We could be looking at another Crypt Fiend getting taken down, and the death of the Paladin actually turning into a bit of a bonus, as now the Mountain King and the Archmage no longer have to share experience with that Paladin there. Getting level 6 now on that Mountain King and having access to Avatar. However, the Lich, with that Unholy Frenzy, moving across the map very quickly, able to take down unit after unit. Dark Ritual, big Frost Nova going down onto the Mountain King, who is now down to 200 hit points and falling quickly. Potion of Healing, Inner Fire used right there, trying to shave off some of that damage as the Mountain King, well, tries to hide there, down to 18 hit points. Is it going to get taken down? Yes, it does. Is the Paladin getting, or Death Knight going to get taken down? No, it is not. Maybe down to 300 or down to 41 hit points. Rifleman trying to finish it off, unable to do so. Razor's Edge battle right there. Level 6 Mountain King falls while the Death Knight stays alive, well, while at 40 hit points. All right, this is going to be a bit of a problem as, yes, one Abomination clearing up all that economic advantage there. Lich now just diving in, finishing off priest after priest without any real problem or issue. Staff of Sanctuary saving another low hit point unit there as a Burrowed Crypt Fiend sticks its head in the sand in order to pop up and, well, haunt this base a little bit later. HawK gonna lose this base, but meanwhile, Sheik has no more bases left at all. It is 0 bases to 1 as Sheik shut down the mining at the other base here. But are we going to see this Paladin now in trouble? Paladin down to 370 hit points, trying to retreat back. Archmage trying to retreat back. There's a Staff of Sanctuary. Paladin could also be in trouble as well. There's a Stormbolt and death of the Death Knight as the Mountain King was resurrected at the tavern. Level 4 Death Knight falls. Archmage is getting healed up with that Staff of Sanctuary, we see another Dark Ritual on that Crypt Fiend for quite a bit of mana. And once you see a Dark Ritual, actually, that could have just been a simple deny, as the Lich doesn't have that much mana right now. Great game going back and forth. Paladin sitting, well, at level 2, really needs to get up to level 3 in order to combat the Lich and that Death Knight. However, the Death Knight is not yet back in a position, as the Archmage, well, shows up to the party ready to try and clean things up. Where is that? Where is the Death Knight? Death Knight getting resurrected the old-fashioned way. Is it going to have enough time in order to get back out onto the battlefield? That is an important question indeed. As you can see, Sheik is not doing any mining whatsoever, while HawK still has about another 2.5 minutes of mining left to go. That 2,000 gold that HawK is able to collect while Sheik cannot do anything but watch may be the final difference, as HawK is looking to perhaps buy a handful of items to give him that last final push and finish things off here. All right, Mountain King going after the Kobold Taskmaster, getting some gold off of creep camps. Archmage looking to back away. Mountain King also wants to back away, but Paladin doesn't need that much experience to get to level 3. All right, getting that Paladin to level 3 is all that really matters. Are we going to get to level 3? Yes, we are. Paladin now Archmage teleports back across, able to protect this this gold mine, as it is still mining at full saturation. All right, one militia scouting out across here, making sure that there is no undead base, no secret mining operations for Sheik, as the Death Knight should be making its way back out onto the battlefield shortly. We're going to be going into one last final fight off to the north here in Berserk Wildkin, taking quite a bit of focus damage there. There's a giant stomp, but the Archmage dealing with all of the units in the back. Well, that one Forceful Berserker not actually standing within the Blizzard, as the Paladin picking up some additional items. What did the Mounting? Nope, that was not the item. Where does it? Talisman of Evasion? No, not it either. Django of Endurance Aura, so faster movement speed for the Archmage and all of those units as well. Gold Mine, 50 seconds of mining left. Meanwhile, Paladin should not be trying to go after this base. There's no real strategic value to this base any longer, other than the fact that you need to destroy buildings, and that may be enough reason. Sheik, with that Lich with Unholy Frenzy, able to deal a lot of damage to all of those peasants, takes them down. Death Knight still sitting at 4.5, trying to get back quite a bit more mana as all of the units are working together. Army sizes are about the same, 45 compared to 41, as both sides are looking to finish off buildings. Off on the other side of the map here, Town Hall, well, building up, as well as we are going to see another mining attempt coming in from HawK. This base is now taken down, but HawK still has a bit of gold and enough lumber to try and build up this base once more. All right, Necropolis is going to get taken down here. Ziggurat down across here at the 9 o'clock position, gonna be left alone, as well Archmage, Paladin, and Mountain King gonna just hang out right by this expansion here, perhaps try to defend it and get it up and operational. Mass Teleport also gonna be close of much of the map here. Mountain King picks up a wand of mana stealing, it appears, as there are now destroyers overhead. All right, going to be going into a bit of an engagement. Rifleman trying to finish things off here. Destroyer now down to 469 hit points. It is being forced to back up here. Sheik has a big Frost Nova trying to take down a priest. Priest quickly getting taken down once more as the units are trying to make their way over again. All right, continuing to fight back and forth here. Stormbolt onto the Death Knight. Death Knight could have a bit of problems. There's a quick Avatar trying to dive on in. Are we going to see a Thunderclap here? Mountain King is just trying to make its way back over. Lich could have a big trouble, and Lich just absolutely gets bursted down. Stormbolt coupled with level 2 Holy Light and a bit of Focus Fire is all that HawK needed, giving Sheik, giving HawK the win and giving Sheik, the reason to leave. Sheik with an amazing hold for a very, very long time, but still unable to keep that vulnerable Lich together, especially after Herb of Fire preventing some of that healing to recover damage on that Lich. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.